Can we move it down a little bit? Hi everybody, so we just have to adjust the tripod a little bit. Can you move it down? Okay, can't move. Okay, I'll just sit up here. There we go. How about that?
Better?
No. Just put it back down. Hello from Altamira. We have the Ictioxingu right behind us. Can everybody hear me? How are you all today? So we just wanted to talk about what we've been up to for the last few days and what we're going to be doing in the next few days as well. So where do you want to start? So I think you probably noticed the title of the video, searching for L46 zebra PLECO in the wild. So if you know, they are actually from the Ictioxingu area, from the L46, which is that way. We went this way, and right over here behind us there's a channel that goes that way, and at that point is the spot on the river where they stop, where their distribution stops. Most of them are found that way towards the L46. So on our way back from the Ictioxingu trip, we stopped along in the on our way to the Rio Ariri trip, we stopped in a bunch of places on the Ictioxingu on the way back to see what kind of fish our fisherman brought up for us. And the last stop, what did he try to find?
Trying to find L46 zebra PLECO.
So before I say anything else, we're not collecting fish. We have no intention of keeping anything that we collect. What we do is we just like to see the fish in the wild, see the environment that they live in, snorkel, and see the biotopes and things like that. So all of the fish that we see are put back in the wild where they're taken from. So take them out of the water, look at them, take pictures of them, video, put them back right in the same spot. So that's totally legal. There's nothing illegal about it whatsoever. So he went down, and took him about how long the first try?
About 45 minutes.
So he was down, for about, it was quite a long time. And he came up and he hadn't found one.
But he had a lot of other cool things.
He did bring up a lot of other cool things, including a little, what is it called?
Schultzei.
A little Schultzei, woodcat, and some other things. And so then the sun was going down, and we thought for sure we wouldn't be able to see one. So he went down, he was down for about another 45 minutes. Yep, and he came up, and he had found an L46 for us to see. So, tell him about it. He makes me do all the talking. So, it was really small, maybe what?
2 inches, 2.5 inches.
Maybe 2 inches. He said it was living in about 3 to 4 meters of water, and there weren't very many there at all anymore. The dam being built, and then the smuggling has really made their population decrease very rapidly. And we've been speaking to a lot of fishermen around the area, who used to collect them when they were still legal, and now they're not seeing them anymore very much. Maybe if it was the dam alone or the smuggling alone, maybe their populations wouldn't be affected so much. But both of them at the same time is really, really hurting their population. And it's not just something for the media. It's not fake. It really is happening. They are endangered, and we were so lucky to see one. We feel very lucky to have witnessed that. And in case anybody's was wondering, we do have video footage of us putting it back into water. So, you know.
And it also said that all the plecos that are taken illegally and smuggled to Colombia, Peru, out of every 100, only a few live on that trip due to the conditions. And hopefully you don't purchase them with anybody who imports them in any country. And hopefully that ceases that, and the populations here can replenish again over the years.
Yeah, so,
And the people that are importing them know they're not, they know it's illegal. They still do it.
yeah, so what happens is they're collected illegally and smuggled over the border into Colombia or Peru. And, Colombian laws and Peruvian laws, they don't have a law against having L46. However, they are breaking Brazilian laws by taking them over the border. It's illegal. And I've heard people have excuses that, oh, well, it's not illegal in Colombia. It's not illegal to export them from Colombia. Well, no, but it was illegal to collect them and take them from Brazil. And they actually are in danger here. So just please stop, stop the demand for the wild caught ones. There's plenty of people that are breeding them, plenty of people that, got them years ago when they were legal, and, they're producing a lot of fry, so, try and seek that out instead. We are offering a trip or two next year. It looks like it's going to be here in Altamira. We love this place so far. If we could, we would move here. We're hoping that part of the trip can be, you guys can see the L46 in the wild, and release it back, and and get that opportunity to see this species before it's gone. Because unfortunately, it looks like, in the next few years, if the smuggling doesn't stop and the damage is already done from the dam, and it keeps getting worse. Unfortunately, this species will probably go extinct within the next 5-10 years.
And the best conservation is here where it belongs.
Yep, the best conservation of it is here where it belongs. To save it here in the environment, to save the environment where it lives. That's the best kind of conservation. So that L46 that we saw and released into the wild, that is worth so much more living here, where it can keep reproducing, where people like you will come with us on our trip to see it in the wild. It'll help the economy here a lot more than just someone smuggling it, and hundreds of them dying just so someone can have one smuggled zebra. So
Well, we'll be going downriver toward the Belamonte Dam and the Volta Grande to do overnight trip and some snorkeling, and for some more zebras down that way.
And a lot of other fish too. There's going to be a lot of other cool fish there apparently. Leandro's wife said that her favorite place in the entire world is Volta Grande. So we said, all right, we need to go there, and hopefully that's going to be part of the trip next year as well that we bring you on. So
We got some new nets, so we can hopefully get some tetras and cordoras, get some photos of them. A bunch of other stuff.
let's tell them what some other fish that our fishermen brought up for us to see. Let's list off some other fish that we saw.
L25s, L14s, L82s, lots of L82s, Parancistris,
Medusas, Ancestris ranunculus.
several different types of eels.
And
really neat.
it's possible that we did see the L172 that lives near Iriri.
Yeah.
We have some, there was one that was like this big. It's hard to tell. We'll have to send the pictures to someone who will be able to identify it for sure before we say that we officially saw it. But I know somebody, Eric, I believe it was Eric Cohen, was asking us. He brought up an L25 that was, maybe 8 to 9 inches, and it was just beautiful. It's red in the fins, a 7-pointer, and then, some smaller ones too. And, so
And I'll tell you, catching plecos here is not what everybody thinks.
Yeah.
The whole bottom is covered in rocks piled on top for the most part. And if you see one, it takes off right away. And when you start reaching around, they're gone. And these guys do a pretty good job catching them.
So here, you know, we've definitely gained a lot of appreciation for the fishermen here who work every day to catch these fish for us and for you. And you know, you start to get an idea why they're so expensive. So they catch fish here differently than they do in the Rio Negro, like you saw in our videos last year. Here they have a compressor on the boat with an air hose attached to it, and there's a regulator on the end.
Not everybody has a regulator though.
Yeah, some people aren't fortunate enough to have a regulator, and they just put the hose in the end of their mouth, or the end of the hose in their mouth.
They need a breath, yeah.
But you know, he goes down for 45 minutes to an hour at a time on this old rusty compressor, and it's spitting oil into the hose, and he's breathing this in. Every time he gets suited up, he gets his wetsuit on. He wraps the hose around his body. He puts the weights in he has this little net. It's like a net that you throw, but it's small with the weights on the end. He puts one here and one in his shorts, and he does the sign of the cross, and then he goes under. So it's definitely something that's dangerous. They're putting their lives at risk every day catching these fish. So
we spoke with one of the indigenous tribes people down in the Volta Grande were up here, and he was saying that his brother was catching 24, and he perished from doing it. Died.
Yeah, so
yeah,
people die collecting fish here. So it's and they don't make that much money off of the fish. I mean,
no,
it's a way of life, but it's something that they're very proud of, and it keeps them from having to do other things like the tribe that we got to meet. They used to collect L46 in the Volta Grande, and since then, and along with the dam's effects, there's not a lot of fish for them to collect anymore. Like, obviously they can't collect L46, but the other fish are all dying there. The water is dried up. It gets so hot and shallow that all the fish die, even their food fish. So they're having a hard time even finding food to eat because of the dam. And anyway, so my point was, they're having to find other things to do, like cutting down trees to farm, and to raise cattle, or mining, or things that are harming the environment. The fish here, they're so plentiful. I mean, except for, a couple that are endangered. But there's so many plentiful fish here that they could make a living off of if they had a little more education about how to collect certain fish and which ones we wanted.
And well, they're saying the whitelist fish will come out in December, hopefully.
Yeah, they're gonna change the, now we have basically a ban, but now we have an allowed list of species that you can export from Brazil, but that's being changed, and yeah, it's supposed to pass in December. So a lot of these species, like L82 for example, they're everywhere here. They are not endangered at all, and they'll be available for export soon
when it comes out.
Legal for export soon. Yep. when the laws change. So that's really exciting. So that will open up a lot more opportunity for them to make some more money.
That'll stop the smuggling on them, at least. Some others.
Yeah. So yeah.
And the price should be better, hopefully.
Go wild caught fish.
Go wild caught fish.
Support the economy here. These people are amazing. They're wonderful, beautiful people. Some of the kindest people that you'll ever meet, and I hope we can bring some of you along to experience this and see it for yourselves. It's something that you'll never forget. So, is there anything else you wanted to talk about? So on the last video we did, we stopped the video and went inside our hotel room, and we were like, oh, I forgot to mention this, and this.
Right.
Well, today, did we already see that we're going to the dam today?
Yep, we'll be going down to one of the dams today.
Yeah, so we're going to try and get some drone footage. Hopefully it stops raining.
I think there's 2 dams before the Belamonte Dam here. that's what it is.
Yeah, we have to learn. We have a lot more to learn yet. There's so much to learn. But I really hope it stops raining. It's sprinkling. We can't fly the drone if it's raining.
And the flow of this river and the current is by far a lot more than the other rivers we've seen in Brazil. And it's probably one of the most beautiful rivers. So
I'm just gonna look through the comments so that I can reply to everybody. So if you have any questions, just type them now while I'm looking, and maybe you can keep talking. Tell them about visiting Leandro's facility yesterday.
oh, Leandro's facility. It's beautiful. It was the Norte Energy Company who built the dam and built that facility. And that was to try to keep some of the species that were going to be endangered due to building the dam reproducing there. Originally, they were going to build a facility for the people who collect fish, the fishermen, indigenous, for them to reproduce these fish. But after speaking with Leandro, he said that was never going to happen. So they built it at the university, the federal university, and they're the ones that now conduct the breeding projects and all that kind of things.
Yeah,
It's a
so
lot.
we did a lot of filming there. You know, we interviewed the heck out of Leandro. Thank you so much, Leandro, for all of your time and patience. And so we're gonna have, you know, a formal video all about that coming out, you know, at some time in the next year. All right, so let's answer some of your questions. Jack, you have 6 of the L46. Tank raised, I hope. Oh, and if anybody's wondering, so if the L46 were banned how many years ago? Back in like 2004?
I think it was around 2004 that list came into effect, yeah.
So it's an easy way to tell. How many years ago was that?
It's a long time, 14, 15 years ago.
Yeah, so I mean somewhere around like 15 years ago. So if someone's selling you a wild caught L46, it's either, and saying that it was legally caught, it must be like, you know, 15 to 20 years old.
Or it's illegally caught and you have received them, or somebody said it was wild caught and you paid a higher price for a tank raised fish.
Yeah, so don't believe everything that everybody tells you all the time. Oh, TM Aquatics. We did take a bunch of pH readings and TDS readings. They were ranging from,
I think it was in Shingo here, it was anywhere from 7 to 7.5 on the pH, and the TDS was 8 to 9.
yeah, and
So this river is a little bit higher in pH compared to the Nigro and other rivers over that way.
you can definitely tell because there are bugs here and they do bite.
It's not a blackwater river.
Yeah, the Rio Negro was awesome because of the black water, the bugs, they can't.
Reproduce because the pH is so low.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the pH there was like around 4.
We forgot to put our mosquito spray on soon enough, and we are still like in a world of pain. Our legs are,
What they call knots.
yeah, like little gnats, little black.
They don't have stingers. They
And
actually eat you.
they like
chew.
They chew a hole in your skin, and it leaves this like red welt, and you don't feel it the first day, but the second day it's like
You're all swollen up.
swollen, and it's been 3 days now, and my ankles are still itching like crazy. So, anyways, what else? Let's see. It's a couple other you I wanted to answer. Hi all the way from Australia and Russia. Someone asked if we saw any cool royals. We did see some royals in a couple of the little intermediary facilities that we visited here.
I think that's going to be on our next overnight trip.
We might see a couple when we go to the Bolshagranji on Monday and Tuesday, but they're hard to find because the bigger ones live very, very deep. 30 to 40 meters. Well, 20 to 40 meters down. This river gets very deep. Well, Leandro said that at one spot it's 80 meters deep. And the smaller ones you can sometimes find swimming around.
The wood, I'm shores?
Yeah, the wood in the shallows. I should find those, like, for us in our short time here.
Well,
But, you know, we have an awesome fisherman that we found. We have a great team set up for next year's trip or trips, whichever. However many of you guys want to come, we might do one trip. We might be we might do two. But we have an awesome boat company. You know, an awesome driver. They call a pilot, and the fisherman we have is amazing.
Yep.
You guys are going to be so happy with the setup that we were lucky enough to find. Thank you to Leandro. Let's see if there's any other questions. Hi from California, Isaac. Hi from Norway. Hi, Matas. Oh, and I want to say hello to Precious, Ariana, and DJ back home in Wisconsin. Thank you so much for watching our videos, guys. We hope you enjoy them.
Yep, and enjoy the snow.
Hi from Slovenia. Did you see any? We haven't seen any really huge catfish or anything like that. I mean, I think they live down more in the mud and they're harder to find. But we did some little corridoras on the shore, but they didn't have a net with us left.
We have all that now.
But we have, we have still the Walter Grande, so maybe we can get some corridoras on film.
Yep.
And what else do we have? Any 255s. The 255s, I believe, are from a spot that's,
They're way up toward the.
I think they're down by Belo Horizonte.
Yeah, toward the. There's a reserve there for the indigenous people. It's up that way.
They're a long way from here.
Further past the Uriri.
Hi from Seattle, Washington, Steve. Hi from the Philippines. Hi from Denmark. All right, I think we're gonna call it a day here.
So,
Thank you so much for watching.
And if you're interested in coming along next year, you can fill out a contact form, let us know, and we'll get back to you as soon as we got everything arranged and go from there.
Yeah, so you can go on our website at www.freshwaterexotics.com and fill out a contact form or an order form. I have them all over the website. It's pretty easy to find one. Doesn't matter which one you fill out. They all go to our email and just say, hey, I'm interested in the trip. You can also make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That really helps us out. And hit the notification bell so that the next time we go live, you get a notification and you don't miss anything.
And I think the trip next year will be the middle of October to the end of October.
Yeah, we're gonna have to move it up. We were planning on November, but the rain is coming earlier every year. So.
And I think since we've been here about a week, and the water's risen nearly 2 feet.
Yeah, it's raining a lot here, and yeah, when we went camping the other day in Ariri, oh my God, we left here and it was bucketing down. It was unbelievable. We almost thought maybe we shouldn't go.
Cleared up before we got there. It was extremely warm.
And then we camped, we pulled up to the side of the river, threw a tarp over some trees, hung our hammocks up. Thank God we had the tarp because it stormed all night long, raining. We stayed nice and dry. It was very comfortable, so no problem.
Yep.
And then by the time we got to our spot, first spot to fish the next morning, the rain had stopped again. But still, it makes the water murky. It's harder for the fishermen to find fish. So we're gonna.
It's actually still pretty clear here yet, but yeah, it's a little murkier than when we first got here.
We're gonna try and move the trip up. It'll have to be after the All Aquarium Catfish Convention in Virginia. Attend that. I think that's on the October 11th. So hopefully it'll be like the end of October. Anyways.
And if you don't mind bug bites, you'll be okay here.
Well, just prepare yourself and don't forget to put your bug spray on.
Even still.
All right, I'm gonna move the camera around so you can get like a better little view of where we are, and then we're gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna turn it around here if I can see the screen. There we go. Whoop, still looking at me. Okay, so this is the hotel that we're planning on staying at for the trip. Our room is right up there. We have a nice balcony. There's this beautiful pool here. And the river is right here. Ictioxingu. Hi from Indonesia. And what's even cooler is the boat company that we're working with is right there. So in the morning, you're down to this ramp here. Convenient. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Thanks. We'll enjoy the rest of our trip. There's only a few more days left. It's gone so fast. Oh my gosh.
There's only 5 days left.
No connection. Uh-oh. All right, we're gonna go. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, don't forget the thumbs up. Thumbs up the video if you like it. Thanks, guys.
Enjoy your fish.
Enjoy your fish.